Hey guys, John here, Sergeant Ritz. Thanks for joining me. Today, we are going to talk about how I thought we were done tearing out walls. No, we're not.
Sergeant Red's Gaming and Vintage Toys.
So unfortunately, I have a little bit more work. I thought I was done demoing, but as you can see behind me here, half of this plaster wall I've taken out. Unfortunately, Mr. Lion is not going to make it. Here, I'll show you. We had the guy come out to measure the windows, and I have to get all the way down to the block. And as soon as I started trying to mess with the stuff, I was going to just frame this out and keep the plaster behind there so I didn't mess with it, because it's basically the same level as the block there, which is getting framed out, because this is the old half versus the new half. But I had to get down to the block so we could do the appropriate measurements for the windows. And as soon as I started prying at that old frame and pulling it out and cutting it out, this plaster just falls apart. I mean, this stuff has been here forever. But once you start prying or hitting or doing anything, as you can see, that stuff just falls apart. So as soon as I start prying over here, I know Mr. Lion is going to come down, or he's just going to fray him, and he's already starting to come down just from me doing this half over here. So like I said, I was not sure if I was going to keep him exposed, but I was going to try to keep him there just to preserve some of the history of the building. I like to preserve as much as I can. As you can see, we fixed this old chimney and everything. Just going to leave some of that exposed, just as a history to throw back to what this building used to be. But unfortunately, Mr. Lion's not going to make it, because I know as soon as I start doing something with this frame, that's just going to start crumbling, and he's just not going to make it. So, unfortunately, that's not going to stay there, but I am going to take a couple pictures of it just to kind of have a little piece of the history. We got a plan for back in here doing some history of the building with the shop. And then, what I've been working on is insulating upstairs. Basically, I have to put baffles in up in the attic area, because we are going to finish the attic. It's that big, giant room, and I have to put baffles up against the ceiling there, or the roof, to give it a little air pocket to keep the insulation from molding, and it won't sit right on that. So I had to go buy 1,000,000 baffles. I don't know if this is enough. It's probably 200 of them. But anyways, all right, guys, I can get back to work. Like I said, every time I think I'm getting a little bit closer, something new pops up. So we're getting there. Hopefully we'll be open, like I said, by the beginning of the year, early next year, and we'll get moving. But until then, I got a lot of work to get done, and I'm going to get to it. All right, like I was saying, guys, we got to get these baffles in here, up the attic. No bats in the belfry, but I've been finding a bunch of black walnuts. Those squirrels, they're ones that have been up here for a while, I'm assuming, because they're all dried out and everything. But as you can see behind me, we're getting these baffles in. Here, I'll show you. All right, so basically what we need to do is we need to staple these things in. Basically, as you can see, it's like an air channel, so the air can still get behind the insulation and keep the airflow coming out of from where the soffits are down here. The air comes up. Obviously, there's going to be a wall here, and this will be insulated, so the attic will be usable for usable space. Because as you can see, it's a giant room up here. I mean, this is, what, probably 15 by 15 on this side where the chimney is. That giant ceiling, and then over there we're going to have a little bit of storage. But I'm going to try to use as much of this square footage as possible. You can see there's still a bunch of stuff up here from when it was a novelty shop. Some interesting stuff. Actually, I think there's some Halloween stuff I should probably dig out of here and see if I can, like that. That's pretty cool. Happy Halloween. We got a witch basket. A bunch of old Halloween stuff. Not as many costumes as I had hoped, unfortunately, but as you can see, we got our stuff here. But back on topic. As you see out here, I got to get all these baffles put in between these joists here, and on this side here. So anyways, back to that. Do got some old doors up here. What's any nuts in here? So the other one, there's one of these up here I flipped upside down, and a black walnut fell out. Nope. Dust. But still need to get that soffit and fascia fixed on the outside. You can see all the light coming in. But that's one of those things we need to get buttoned up before the winter hits us here. So it is nice and toasty up here. I'm getting a little sweaty. But yeah, back to it. All right, guys. Well, I'm back at putting these baffles up. Still got a little ways to go, but I was starting to clear out all this stuff so I could get back in this area. And I noticed this box way in that back corner, and then I found this. Nothing too exciting. Merry Christmas bows, I guess. It was like underneath the soffit there. So, but I do want to see what is in this box. APS Corp. So, looks like there's a couple of these. I didn't see this box was laying all the way in the back there. A bunch of junk. Whoop! Alright, this one opened up when I opened it, so let's see what this is. It is full of mouse poop. Baseball throw. Fun fair baseball throw? Let's see. One player throws 3 balls. I guess you cut that out and you have to throw the... yeah. What we got there? Yeah, you little thing. Creepy bug. Get out of here. So I'm not sure what that is. It's some kind of game. I wonder if that's all of what these are. There's clearly a mouse. Ooh, is that the mouse? Ugh. Well, lucky for me, I'm vacuuming all this stuff out. But I'm assuming this is the same thing. Nope, it's different, looks like. Oh, wait, what we got here? Alright, Fun Fair Lollipop Tree. Player selects one lollipop. I guess you'd put a bunch of lollipops in there? I don't know. And keep finding new stuff in this place. And that just looks like a piece of cardboard. One last thing here. Hoop toss. I'm guessing this is some sort of hoop toss game. Oh yeah, got hoops. Little bamboo hoops. Not sure how that works, or if all of it's even here. I'm gonna do a little bit of research on this Fundy Fair. That's just empty. But like I said, it was back here in the depths of the attic. I normally don't go on this side because it's got the low roof, but I'm still going to insulate, so I have to put the baffles up. There's much more of these. I knew these were over here. I think they're all the same ones. We support our troops in the Gulf War. Yeah. I don't know, there's tons of flies in here, guys. I don't know if you can see them on that window, but you can hear them buzzing and clicking around. I keep hoping to find new stuff, but I've pretty much gone through the basement and the attic. There's a cobweb blowing in the breeze. Kind of give me a little startle. Yeah, a lot more of these. I have a ton of these that are in nice shape, so these ones are probably just gonna get tossed. But I can't really see back in there in those little soffit areas. I'll have to get my flashlight up here, but I know on this side I found that little Christmas thing. Looks like there's stuff back there. Might just be insulation. Some old knob and tube stuff. But again, that newspaper from the 1915s did fall out of this portion of the attic when I was pulling out the old ceiling down there. That's the old attic hatch, if you could see it from that old kitchen room down there. So, and then we got this thing here. It's like part of an old stand or something. Well, I think that's about it for the building secrets, unless there's something underneath all this wood. There's a little horn. I'm not blowing on that thing. This is junk. Anyways, guys, I'm going to get back to my sweltering fun of putting baffles up.